What were we doing for 15 years plus that we suddenly no longer knew how to do? And don't put your mind and think that it's because the world has changed, so growth has become more difficult for everybody since 2015, because that is not true. Since 2015, several African countries around and about us have been growing rapidly. Some of them learned the lessons of what we were doing right before 2014 and are growing very fast. We are among those who are now the laggards who stopped growing. So what changed? Let me just use figures things that everybody knows. We were growing very fast after the military government left. The rapid growth began about a full year after Obasanjo came in. It's not because Obasanjo did anything wonderful. There was a sea change in the mood. We had gotten rid of military government. Everybody was optimistic. Nigeria is now democratic. Democratic dividend. Growth is going to be unleashed. Everybody is buoyant. So there was a sea change in enthusiasm. That led to investors coming in, rushing in, Nigerians, foreigners, everybody alike, thinking, wow, have you heard? Nigeria has gotten rid of the military. So if you go and look at data, the investment to GDP ratio, see, growth comes from investment. If people don't make any investment, there will be no growth. The investment to GDP ratio, shortly after we got rid of the military, was as high as 35%. So which meant that everybody was investing for whatever reason. Of course, growth then followed. But from that time to now, the investment to GDP ratio has been sliding. So, but now it's at about 15%. If you're at about 15%, it means that the investment activity is so small that there cannot be that much growth. So, if you ask a schoolboy, what has to happen before people start investing again? You've got to do something that brings back that same confidence in Nigeria and our economy and so on that was there before, which has been lost. That's why some people say they are waiting to see what type of next government we have before they decide whether it's worth investing here at all. And that includes many Nigerians. So let's not even think it's about foreigners. Now, one of the fundamental things we did wrong, and have done wrong in the last few years, is we deliberately decided that we will not offer investors a level playing field. Tell me, unless the investor is a madman, many countries in the world have a level playing field. Why would you come and invest in an economy where the playing field is not level? 3 people in the same sector in Nigeria, one of them will be getting foreign exchange at 420. The next one is getting an average of at 500. And the third one, with the wrong parentage, is paying 580. So the playing field is not level. In any other place he goes to in the world, amongst his numerous problems will not be whether he has access to oxygen, level playing field, access to foreign exchange, level playing field. So we deliberately decided. People talk about things like market failure, so hey, market failure is when the market fails. In Nigeria's case, it was not market failure. What we decided to do, through a combination of greed and ignorance, was to deliberately rig the economy in favor of a handful of people so that they alone can do very well. Everybody else that has no parentage, like most of you here, you're the ones suffering. So, to grow this economy, I was involved in this National Development Plan. Many of the things we wrote there have nothing to do with what this federal government is doing, it's what Nigeria needs. And some of us made sure of that. The first thing is that go and listen to Singapore, Lee Kuan Yew. It's a 1-minute video. He said the first thing you need before an economy can grow is a level playing field. Who wants to come and operate in a rigged economy? This economy is rigged. It's rigged in favor of a handful of people. So when they say that there's investment, yes, by a handful of people only. Everybody else has stopped investing. So those are some of the simple things we need to correct. And until and unless we correct them, we're going nowhere. But guess what? I think many people have got the message. I think change is coming. in whatever form it will come next year. Until and unless we start telling ourselves the home truth. I was partisan against Abacha because he was destroying our economy. I'm partisan against anybody who's destroying our economy. If you don't have a level playing field, I'll be partisan against you with no apologies. So let's get it clear. We have to sort out some things that elsewhere in Africa don't even exist. In Rwanda, the playing field is level. In Senegal, it's level. In Nigeria, it's not level. So I want to add those things to the basket of what the keynote speaker has said, and for the discussants, that there are some critical things we have to get right before we can even talk about growth in this economy. And for as long as we allow a handful of people to rig everything in their own favor, to the exclusion of everybody else, we are going nowhere.